Welcome to today's video. I wanted to share a message that I was receiving last night actually about mission and about stepping into mission. There was a very clear message that came through from Spirit that we need to now be really, I don't want to say concerned, but we need to now really focus on stepping into our mission in ways like never before. So this isn't the time to be afraid anymore or to run from ourselves or to hide from our true calling. This is the time to really step up. And Spirit is asking us, asking humanity as a whole to step up and to embrace your unique gifts, talents, abilities, your unique mission, whatever that is, however that looks for you, and embrace it and have the courage and the strength to fulfill it. That's really what the message was. It's like, can you finally let the fear go? Can you finally really just see that the fear is the illusion? The fear is what keeps you stuck. The fear is what prevents you from moving forward. It is what absolutely prevents you from stepping into mission. And can you see that it is a choice, that you have a choice and that you can choose to step into that mission and to change and to do something different? And I'm sure you guys have felt very much so from this previous solar eclipse that we had on October 14th, which we are in between eclipses at the moment. So we are sort of bracketed again by energy, by eclipse energy. And now the new energy or the next eclipse that we're going to be having is on October the 28th, and that is going to be a lunar eclipse. And I'm going to make a separate video about that because there's a lot to know about what that is. The only thing I want to say about that lunar eclipse right now, it is in the sign of Taurus, and it is the closing of a chapter, the closing of an energy of a karmic cycle, a very, very intense karmic cycle that we have collectively moved through. And we moved through this karmic cycle over the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, you may have noticed, have been particularly trying, have been really, really difficult, especially where finances are concerned, material possessions are concerned, material wealth, anything that has to do with physicality has most definitely been challenged for a lot of us. And that 2 year period, that karmic cycle that we just are about to wrap up and close up, is kind of our signal. It's this like push to move in the right direction now. Like, okay, the difficult energy is over. There were some significant lessons that you were meant to learn from the last 2 years. You have been actually gradually stepping into your mission over the last 2 years. And now this energy is giving you like the green light to move forward. It's this absolute push from the universe to move forward fearlessly and to allow yourself to really connect with your own essence. Like, what is your purpose here? And if you don't know what your purpose here is right now on the planet, then you haven't spent enough time soul searching. You haven't spent enough time silencing your mind and going into your heart and figuring out and feeling into what your heart is actually calling you to do, what your heart is guiding you towards. You know what I mean? Like, that is ultimately the energy that will allow you to see what you're meant to do. If you don't connect with your heart and you're always just up in your head, you're never going to figure out what your mission is, because your head is, that's your mind. That's very much the ego, and the mind always tries to control us. And through meditation and through silencing the mind and through moving into heart space, we control the mind. You are in control. Your soul is in control of the mind, not the mind in control of you. So have you taken enough time is the question this week with this Taurus eclipse, lunar eclipse that we're going to be having. Have you taken the time to figure out and to go into your heart and tune in and really feel into what you're supposed to be doing, what you could be doing, okay? Because a lot of this isn't even necessarily supposed to. Just what could you be doing that feels fulfilling for you, that's fun, that's exciting, that's joyful, that feels natural for you, that feels in alignment with you. You know, what is that thing? And have you stepped into that thing? And have you done that thing? Have you researched it? Have you looked into different ways of perhaps doing it, right? Like, have you spent any time moving into mission? That is what this lunar eclipse is going to be asking us. And the message was so underpinned through my weekend experience because I was chatting with someone and I had this realization that, my God, like, this person doesn't know what their mission is. They have no idea. They have taken zero time to really look at, you know, what else they could be doing while they're completely unhappy in the job that they're in. Like, they're not truly satisfied. They're not soul satisfied, because you can be, you know, financially satisfied, sure. But are you soul satisfied with the work that you're doing? Are you actually, do you really truly care about what you're doing? Does it feel like it flows? Does it feel natural to you? Because if it doesn't, then it's not your thing, right? And so many people, including myself, have spent years upon years working jobs and doing things that they were not into and not comfortable with, and that they didn't find fulfilling on any level, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically. But yet they kept doing it because we have been stuck in this paradigm of focusing solely on money, solely on survival. And now this survival energy is breaking up, it's falling apart, and it's leaving. And so this is why Spirit is like, come on, people, like, all of this overly financial and overly focused energy on just stuff and just the money and just the hustle is not healthy, and that's ending. So what are you going to step up and focus upon now? Now that you have this opportunity, now that you have this energy here that is supporting you, like, this cycle is complete. And my God, the Blue Jays are going nuts as I'm talking about this. So strange. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's just like a whole bunch of them. So seems to be some confirmation energy right there, communication, right? And maybe that could be somebody's message right now, is like, are you meant to communicate? Are you meant to say something? Are you meant to show up and perhaps put yourself out there that way through communication? Maybe you're meant to be doing YouTube videos. Maybe you're meant to be teaching and supporting others in some kind of way, right? So tune in right now. Tune in this week, particularly on Saturday is when we have this lunar eclipse. So until Saturday, you have a really, like, 5, 6, 7 opportunities, at least 6 days where you can tune in at any given moment. I was tuning in this morning. I was just like, the sun was coming through the window. It was beautiful. And I just sat and I put some beautiful music on, and I just sat and I closed my eyes and I took in the sunshine. I took in the light, right? I was allowing it to shine onto my third eye, to illuminate my third eye, into my eyes, even sun gazing, looking into the sun. It actually activates your pineal gland, right? So it helps you to connect within your own self and connect to mission, connect to light. So take some time this week for sure to connect to yourself, to listen to your heart's calling, not your mind, but your heart's calling. Every single decision that I make now has to come from my heart space. It just has to. And I don't want to make it from anywhere else, because every time I make decisions just from my mind, I always end up regretting those decisions, because I come to realize that it wasn't for my highest good, and that my ego got in the way, and that I made a hasty decision on something I shouldn't have. So keep that in mind. Like, the heart is what will dictate your happiness. Your heart is what will dictate the direction of your life and where you're meant to go, not your mind. So connect to the heart, listen to the heart, feel into it. It is the only way. Feel into how you can serve, how you are meant to show up. And we have to reclaim our power as a whole, as humanity. Together, we have to reclaim our power. And this is a very massive way to reclaim our power, is for us to start really tuning into our own mission more and more now, and fearlessly going for it. Absolutely 100%. Just going for it. If you have a creative idea, do it, try it, experience it. It doesn't mean you're not going to fall, right? Because that's the other thing too, is people think like, well, I'm doing my mission, or I've tried doing my mission, but it's like every time, I try, like I come up against some kind of obstacle or something gets in the way. And it's like, yeah, shit is always going to get in the way. That's all right. That's just there to challenge you and to challenge your commitment, to see how much you're willing to invest, to see how much you're willing to push through the difficulties. Nothing has ever been built without difficulty in life. Nothing. Okay. Everything has to have some element of challenge in it, to test you, to test your loyalty, your faith, and also to test your resilience, your strength, your power, your perseverance. These are the energies that are within all of us. And all we have to do is to be willing to be uncomfortable, to be willing to do the things that don't always feel good. Because, I'm on my mission, and I know I am. I switched to my mission around 2019, I guess, when I sold my massage therapy business. But from that point on, it's like I've been tried over and over and over again, and I've had extreme difficulty and challenges to really fulfill the mission that I know that I'm meant for. But I'm still doing it, but I'm still on that mission. I'm still on the path. I'm still willing to go in and do the hard work and face the challenges and learn those new things that I've never done before, and be uncomfortable in the growth and in the transformation. So that's what I really wanted to say about mission. That was the message that was coming through for me loud and clear last night, but I was too tired to make a video about it because it was like 11:30. So here we are. And you know what? I think this is a really great way to start the week. So this is your Monday morning message: is get out there, start. I don't care if it's this small. I don't care if it's this big. Just start. And really, the number one thing and the number one way that you can start is through connecting with your heart, listening. And the listening is actually feeling. Okay. So it's like certain thoughts will come up, and feel. What does that feel like? What does it really feel like when I'm doing the thing that I want to be doing, when I'm doing the thing that I'm meant to be doing? What does that feel like? And if it feels good and it feels exciting and it feels empowering, then that's how you know that is your thing. And if you need some help, and if you need some assistance figuring out your thing, what your mission is, what your purpose is in life, then I will leave the link to book with me in the description box. I help people with this all the time. I help connect people with their mission, with their purpose, and help them sort this out, because so much information comes through when I'm working with people in session. And I have such a deep desire to assist people in finding their mission and helping them move forward and helping them add to the collective energy of, elevation, and to move humanity forward instead of being stuck in stagnation. Like, that is my mission, is to help people out of stagnation, because it's a process I had to go through. It's a process I had to learn. So in learning how to get myself unstuck and out of stagnation, I am now teaching others how to do the same thing. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. I love you all.